one can relate, interact with people and the world meaningfully in a conducive way when one enjoys peace. In the absence of peace, Shanti, there is disturbance, and a disturbed person tries to interact with the disturbed world outside, disturbed people. Disturbance increases, that's all. Thereby, the individual and the other people also will not be able to relish life to its fullest, will not enjoy relating. Therefore, peace is a very key value of living, happy living, purposeful living. Therefore, these mantras are chanted very regularly. Shanti mantra chanting very regularly, we do that. Even we pray for the divinities also. Right? The human being is so powerful that he or she can think of oneself, the world, and even the deities, devatas, one can pray for. There is one Shanti mantra which is famous. Dyauhu Shantihi, Antariksham Shantihi, Prithvi Shantihi, Apaha Shantihi, Oshadayaha Shantihi, Vanaspatayaha Shantihi, then Vishve Devaha Shantihi, Brahma Shanti, Shantireva Shantihi, like that it goes. Very beautiful prayer. So, Dyauhu Shanti, let the heavens be peaceful, means what? The denizens, the indwellers of heaven, let them be peaceful. Means devas, let them enjoy peace. So, Shanti, the peace is a very key value to meaningful, purposeful, happy living. The more we invoke the Shanti mantra, mean it. When we say, we mean that. When you say Sahana Bhavatu, etc., when you say, no, Dyauhu Shanti, and then we should mean it. As much as possible, at least. They say the word of blessing. May you go in peace, right? May you come in peace. I come in peace. May you go in peace, they say. Very important. They are very important. Our sankalpa, our wishes turn true, right? And our heartfelt wishes and prayers, they become true at some point or other time. In this way or the other way, one way or another, they come true. So our prayers are very, very powerful. Very powerful. We should not underestimate the value of a prayer. Never underestimate. We don't do that. In fact, that's one of the most powerful means we have, prayers. Here, even though this prayer can be looked upon as a general prayer, this is recited, chanted in the beginning of one study of Upanishads, Vedanta, and at the end also. That means the learner and the teacher, their welfare, their abilities, right? They are prayed for. The learner should be available. Should be available. It's a very important factor. No? I should be available to learn. As a learner, I must be available. I may have any number of reasons, or there may be any number of reasons why I am not available for this. Any number of reasons. But that I am available has to happen. Right? It's very important that it has to happen. It has to crystallize as a reality, as a happening, it has to happen. Very, very important. And not only physically available, also mentally available, it must be available. Sometimes it happens, This fellow sitting here and then thinking of the rat running on the roof. Okay? Thinking of something else. There is one funny thing. Suppose there is some person who has, what do you call that, squint eye? Something like that, no? So, where the person looks at, it's difficult to figure out for us. But that person sees very, very clearly, there's no confusion. Where the person is looking at, that fellow is very clear about that. But for us, it looks that that fellow is looking elsewhere. Looking at there, as though the eye is there, looking at there, and then the fellow is talking to, when did you come? He's asking the wall, when did you come? Are you fine? Asking the wall, no, he's asking me. They say, no. So it's like, no, London is on this side of the globe and Tokyo is on the other side of the globe. Say, looking London, talking Tokyo. Funny. So the eye is looking at London and that talking to Tokyo. Looking London, talking Tokyo. Now the body is here, but then the mind is elsewhere. So what happens? Misses out, right? Misses out certain key. The moment of learning is missed out. Well, it may happen tomorrow, but what if tomorrow also the same story repeats? Tomorrow also I am elsewhere, mind is elsewhere. Therefore, the person is to be available for learning, for understanding. It's very, very important. That this happens is by grace. Of course, one's effort is also a translation of grace only. Because of the grace alone, I am available now. My effort, I put in effort because of certain grace which I have earned, which I have prayed for. Very important. That is the inner environment, the ambience within, in my mind. The condition must be conducive for learning something. Learning happens. Profound learning happens when the person's heart is available. When the heart is touched, learning happens. When the core person is touched, real learning takes place. That's why kids are able to learn fast. I think I have said this already. Kids are able to learn fast because anything they do, they relate with it. As a full person, they relate to it. Everything they see, everything they learn goes to their core person. As the person grows into an adult, the mind seems to develop a sort of envelopes, sheets, crust on it. And then any learning has to pierce that crust and then go to that depth. That's not an easy job. See, a class of children, in a group of children, it's easy to talk to them because they trust, right? It's very easy to put across some valuable learning. It's easy to put across. It's not easy to put across adults. It is not easy. Why? Because the adult has a crust. The mind has a crust. And the crust tends to be hard, little hard. So it has to pierce the crust and then go to the deep. It's really not easy. And many times it happens, that it doesn't go to the heart of the person. Then that learning waits to be learned for the heart to open. This is what they say, open heart and all they say. Now, for a learning, I must be available as a learner, and this learning, it's more imperative, it's more important that I am available for it. It's very, very important. Unless it happens, learning does not happen. At least not to the fullest extent. Therefore, the learner prays fervently that may I be available for this learning. We say, Sahaviryam Karavavahi, right? May what we do is potential, powerful, meaningful, productive. So, the learner, the Shishya, prays for one's own availability for learning. Invoke the maturity in oneself. Invoke the learner in oneself. Invoke the need, see the need for learning something the importance of learning something, the value and the result of learning something, then only learning takes place effectively. For that, this prayer Shanti mantras are very useful. The learner says that, let me be available. Let the inner atmosphere be such that I learn well. May I learn completely. And then for the teacher also, the guru also, the lead, the preceptor, things have to happen, right? Things have to happen so that the teacher is able to put across the vision in proper words, in words which mean the vision. Okay? It's very, very important. The words are innumerable. And then the right word has to come at the right moment, to express something correctly. That's a lot, not so much in our hands. Not so much in our hands. Even though I may look at, keep on referring to thesaurus, dictionary, and then keep on solving crosswords, all that. My vocabulary is great, but my vocabulary has to come, the right word has to come at the right moment. There's a lot adrishta punya in it. That's why we invoke Saraswati Vani. We say, in the Taitra, Jihva me madhumattama. We say, may my tongue be, may my speech be sweet, proper, befitting of the speaker and of the listener. It must be proper. So that's why we pray for the grace of Vani Saraswati. Vani, the speech, the goddess of speech, who manifests as the speech, proper word at the proper time, the proper to express something correctly. Then that has to happen to the teacher also. And I have to grasp, as the listener, as a learner, I have to grasp the word, understand the spirit of the word, the sense in which it is used by the speaker. I have to grasp with that same sense, right? Yeah, that's very important. Again, that has to happen. The speaker uses the word in one sense, and the learner, the listener, takes it in another sense, right? In a different sense. Sometimes even an opposite sense. It happens. Sometimes yes means no. Sometimes no. If fellow says yes, but then this fellow takes it as a no. It happens. So, the Vani, the Saraswati, has to manifest, has to grace, has to bless the teacher, the guru, so that the proper expression, proper word comes. And it is understood properly by me, the learner. For that, both have to be ready, and then there has to be an understanding, some understanding between the guru and shishya, understanding of the purpose. They should understand why the speaker is speaking and why the listener is listening, why the teacher is teaching and why the learner is learning. They should know the purposes of that. There should be the common ground for this communication to take place. Otherwise, communication becomes less effective or ineffective. So, a lot of importance is placed on the readiness on the part of the listener and the capacity on the part of the vakta, pravakta. A lot of emphasis is placed on that. Now, here in this mantra, it says Devaha. This is the address. O Devaha, O the divine ones, who are common to all, who bless all beings. Devaha, the effulgent ones, the powerful ones, the graceful ones. Right? And then Yajatraha, who bless those who seek. Double-fold, twofold blessing is there. Already there is a universal blessing is there, plus an additional blessing is there by prayers. So Yajatraha, Yajantam Trayante, they say, those who nourish, those who help, those who are prayerful. Yajatraha, then you say, the prayer says, Shrunayama, may we listen. May we listen. With what? Karne bihi. Karne bihi is a chandasa form. In the language, we use karnaihi. Karnaihi, that is the meaning. With our ears. Bahuvachana is used here because what we hear is many, and are the hearers, the hearers are many, therefore ears are many. Otherwise it should be karnabhyam, no? 2 ears only I have. It should be karnabhyam, badram, karnabhyam. And then why bahuvachana here, why plural here? Because we hear many things. As though, as many ears, as much as we hear. Also many listeners. Therefore, karnaihi, karnebihi, karnaihi ityartha. With our ears, may we listen. Well, we listen sense and nonsense also, right? Meaningful and meaningless also we listen. The proper and improper, good and not good, all that we listen. May we listen to what is Bhadram. Bhadram means auspicious. We have the translation. May we hear what is auspicious with our ears. May our ears hear what is auspicious. Bhadram, right? Bhadram means auspicious. Mangalam, Kalyanakaram, ityartha. What brings in joy? What brings in peace? What brings in understanding, love, all the nobility in that person and in others, that is Bhadram. Happiness, health, all that is all Bhadram. In our homes, when we go out, the mothers used to say, no, Bhadram te, Bhadram, go Bhadram, come Bhadram, they used to say. Bhadrama poitva. Bhadram means not safely. Hear it. Bhadram there means safely also. Go safely, come safe, come back safely, reach home safely also is there. But then here, Bhadram means Mangalam. Let there be Mangalam to you also all the time. Let all auspiciousness, what is auspicious, happen to you. May you see what is auspicious. Bhadram Shrunayama, may we hear what is auspicious with our ears. Ishvara has given ears not just to listen, but to listen to what is good, what is auspicious. For a human being, for all other animals, they have ears to listen to sounds and all, but then we have here, not only hear, but hear what is auspicious. That's why we have the translation Bhadram, holy. Bhadram, what is holy? Veda mantras are Bhadram. Elders' words of advice are Bhadram. And their blessings, their words of grace are Bhadram. Right? Anything that contributes to the individuals and the society's happiness, welfare, right? It's all Bhadram. Bhadram Shrunayama. And then it says Bhadram Pashyema, may we see. Pashyema, may we see. Akshabihi, with our eyes. With our eyes, may we see what is Bhadram, what is auspicious. Now, we eat food, okay? It's called annam. We eat food. Adyate iti annam. What is eaten is called food. Adyate, eaten, is called food. The word annam means what is eaten, right? We like a variety of food people like. And then Bhagavad Gita points out that the food can be classified according to the guna, sattva, rajas, tamas. There is sattvika food, there is rajasa food, there is tamasa food. Okay? Sattvika, rajasa, tamasa food. This we see in the Gita, gunatraya vibhaga and all that, we see that. A sattvika food nourishes the body, gives strength to the body, and then longevity, health, longevity, it contributes to that. Sattvika food. A Rajasa food creates certain disturbances in the mind, in the body, in the stomach. No? Suppose I eat some unworthy item at 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. in some street side, like something, no? Somewhere in Varanasi, right? 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. Unholy food, unholy time, all that creates disturbances, indigestion, trouble, pain. And then not only it affects the body, it also affects the mind. Tamasa food leads to drowsiness, laziness, slothfulness, disinterest, right? All that, it is sleepy all the time. The tamasa food leads to that. A sadhaka, a meaningful person, gradually takes to sattvika ahara. Ahara is food. Takes to sattvika ahara. Ayurveda also talks about sattvika ahara. Sattvika ahara is most conducive for a happy living. And Chandogya Upanishad says towards the end, it says, Ahara Shuddhau Sattva Shuddhihi, a very famous statement. Ahara Shuddhau Sattva Shuddhihi. When the food is clean, then mind will tend to become clean. That is to say, it's easier for a person who takes clean ahara, that is sattvika ahara, the mind tends to become easily sattvika. On the other hand, if a person eats rajasa food, the mind, it's reflected, the food, the quality of the food reflects on the mind also. And the quality of the mind reflects in the person's outlook, behavior, interaction, responses, it all reflects on that. And tamasa ahara leads to the tamasa quality of the mind, right? Dull, sleepy all the time, right? Disinterested even for the worthy things. There is a funny story. There are some lazy men, lazy bones. 3 lazy bones were there. They would eat only if someone comes and feeds them. Okay? They're so lazy. They won't even get up and go and get, somebody gives food. No, food, it's too bothersome to pick the food and then put it in the mouth and then munch. It's very bothersome. Too very. Banana lazy. So eat banana. Oh, what a big task. A huge task to eat banana. So lazy. These fellows were lying down in some hall, in some building. Okay, some remote building. They were lying down, and the building caught fire. One fellow says, "Hey, the building seems to have caught. Doesn't get up. Okay, lying down. Hey, the building seems to have caught fire. May someone go and put out the fire. Someone please go and put out the fire." Okay. Then the second fellow says, "Why bother? Why bother? If the fire is burned, why bother? Let it burn." So this fellow should be at least running away from the place. At least, if not put out the fire, they should be running away. Right? But then this fellow is so lazy that they won't even budge from their place, their posture. Mahavishnu like posture. Tamasa. Is it tamasa? What is to be done? The person lacks interest. What is to be learned? Right? The person lacks interest. Evinces no interest. At least doesn't pick up interest. No? As things go on, no? Should pick up interest in that. No? See the value of it and then learn. The fellow doesn't. Tamasa. Now, the Shastra says one should grow out of the hold of tamasa and then Rajasa, and one should grow into more Sattvika person. In due course at least, one should grow. That's why Sattvika Ahara is enjoined, recommended. Okay. This is so much for Ahara Shuddhau Sattva Shuddhihi. And Chandogya very clearly mentions it is the food which transforms into one's mind. A part of the food, right? A part of the food. Anishtaha Bhagaha, the subtle part of what is eaten, transforms into one's mind, it says. Which is, we can see that in people, we can see. Okay. Now, this is about food. Food, something which eat for the stomach, for health, yes. But then this is not the only food that we take in. The sights that we see is a food for the like food for the eyes, pleases the eyes. The food I eat pleases my tongue and pleases my stomach. So the sights which I see also should please my eyes. What I see is food for my eyes. What I hear is like food for my, even though it is not literal, not in the literal sense, but it pleases. The hearer, the seer is pleased with that, a pleasant sight, a pleasant sound. So, what I hear, what I see become like food for my eyes and ears. And it is with our eyes and ears that the bulk of perception takes place. Right? Even though we have 5 sense organs, but the bulk of our vast majority of all our perceptions take place through the eyes and ears only. With which only we relate with the world, we conduct our lives. Therefore, it is prayed, these two are prayed for here. Bhadram Shrunuyama, Bhadram Pashyema, may we hear, may we see. See what? Hear what? Bhadram, an ahara, a food for the eyes and ears, which is healthy, a healthy food, okay, which contributes to the growth, happiness. Bhadram Pashyema. There is another trick, another secret to this. The world is a mixture. Always it's a mixture of good and not good, right? Welcome and not welcome, useful and not useful. It's always a mixture of it. But the intelligent one chooses what is good, what is useful, what is meaningful, what is productive. That is the intelligence. Take what is good, what is necessary, what is useful, take that. Like when we go to a supermarket, we just choose what we want, what is useful for us, we choose. Just because 100 things are there, we don't go on buying everything, right? We don't buy what we don't need also. We just choose. So too, in the world which is a mix of welcome and not welcome, good and not good, useful and not useful, may we see what is Bhadram in it. May we hear what is Bhadram in it. Right? The Bhadram element in it. That element which is Bhadram, may we take only that. That element which is Bhadram, may we see only that. In a person, there may be something which is welcome and not welcome, acceptable, not acceptable. There may be. But when I look at the person, may I take what is good in that person, what makes that person, right, an individual, and what is meaningful to that person and to me and to the world. Let me take what is good. They say, the bird swan, when it's we take in a mixture of water and milk, it is said. Okay. When milk is mixed with water, the swan can separate out the milk from it. That is its food. It's not that water is bad, but then milk is its food, that particular milk, sap or something, sap of a plant or something. So that it can separate and drink. That's an immense capacity, viveka. Right? Distinguish between milk, its food, and water, which is not its food at that time. A great capacity. So too, may I sort out what is good and may I see what is good. May I see good, may I see what is good in something, in some person. in some incident, in some behavior, in some word, may grasp only what is good. Bhadram Pashyema. May listen to, when I listen, may take out only what is the good element in it, what is useful in it. Bhadram Shrunuyama. Very beautiful expressions. Bhadram Shrunuyama, Bhadram Pashyema. Then continues, Sthiraihi Angaihi. With firm limbs, strong limbs. Sthira, strong enough. Strong enough limbs like legs and hands, etc. Tushtuvam saha. With we, as people who are prayerful, tushtuvam saha, to pray, right? With praise, to worship. Tushtuvam saha, as people who are worshipful, who are prayerful. Tushtuvam saha, as we, as people who are prayerful, with steady limbs, with strong enough limbs, with what we praise, tanu bihi. The word tanu here has two meanings. One is tanu is body, right? With a strong body, healthy body. Also, tanu means mantra praises. Mantras, the praise. Where the mantras, one of the meaning of the word tanu. Tanu bihi tushtuvam saha. We who are praying with mantras, with appropriate chants, the relevant chants, no? Like Swasti mantra we say, Swasti praja we say, very beautiful prayers. With the apt words of prayer, we who are prayerful, we who are strong in our limbs, who have strong enough limbs, Vyashema, may we enjoy, may we experience, may we enjoy Vyashema. What we enjoy? Ayuhu, Devahitam Yatu, Ayuhu, our lives. May we enjoy living, may we enjoy our lives, may we enjoy our days. They live by the day, every day, let every day be enjoyable to us. One pravakta, we have calendars, right? There is a monthly calendar and daily calendar is there. And there's a funnily said, explained, funny, okay? Why do we call it? In the calendar, we don't say, in Tamil we don't say calendar, we say calendar. Okay? We say calendar. Why do we call it calendar? Okay? Every day is kalam. Kalam means time. And then one day is over. What do we do? Tear off that sheet. Dar. Kalam, dar. One day is over, you tear off the date. Next day, you tear off the kalam, dar. Therefore, it's called calendar. Funny way. It's not the truth. Do we just while away the time of our lives? Or do we live meaningfully? Do I helplessly go through the rigor of time, tick, when it will become 12:30, when it will become 8 o'clock, when it will become 9 o'clock, so that I lie down and sleep, I can dream. Do I just wait for the clock to run out, or I enjoy living? So, Vyashema Ayuhu, may we enjoy our lives, may we enjoy living. And in the process of living, may we enjoy interacting, relating, contributing, doing, wishing, achieving, right? All that may we enjoy. Vyashema. What do we enjoy? Ayuhu, our life, our longevity, which is Yat, which is Deva Hitam. Okay? Deva Hitam. Two meanings for the word Deva Hitam. Devebhyaha Hitam and Devaihi Hitam. Devaihi Hitam, Devebhyaha Hitam. Tritiya and Chaturthi. Right? Devaihi Hitam, given to us. Hitam, given to us by Devas, by the gods. Devaihi Hitam, Deva Hitam Ayuhu. God given life, right? God-given life may we enjoy. Very beautiful thing. Life is a gift, right? Life is a gift given, God-given, very valuable gift. May we enjoy it. It's like, the parents give the kids some pocket money, right? So 5 rupee, 10 rupee, something like some pocket money. And then the kids use the money to buy some candy, something, some eatable, something, plaything. They use the money and buy and enjoy. Now here it's as if, as I get up in the morning, right? Ishvara has filled 24 hours pocket money, 24 hours, use it. Right? Today, enjoy. Use this 24 hours. Filled my life, filled my day, 24 hours. Enjoy today. Tomorrow when I get up, 24. If and when I get up. So 24 more hours. Fill up. Use. The difference between the pocket money and the time is that pocket money I can accumulate. Today I don't spend the pocket money. Tomorrow I can 5 plus 5, 10 rupees. I can double it like. But time, I have to use, that's all. If I don't use, it's gone. Gone forever. Right? So 16th August 2013 doesn't come again. Gone. If I don't use it properly, it's gone. It's just. So let me fill. They say. Okay. Let my life, let my day, let our days be filled with meaningfulness, enjoyment, happiness. Enjoyment here means meaningful, lasting happiness. What is Sattvika? Maybe Devahitam Yadayuhu. God-given life may we enjoy. And how it can be meaningfully I live it? Devebhya hitam. I relate to the giver, I relate to the total, the cause. Devebhya hitam. What is helpful? Here it is given helpful to the gods. Helpful to the gods means I spend my time in appreciation, in recognition of what I am given, what I have now, right? I live in appreciation of that and utilize the time properly. 2, suppose somebody gives me a gift. To appreciate the gift, to use the gift properly is to appreciate the giver. Right? You give me a pen. Suppose you give me a pen and I use my pen to write and all that. Then I am using the gift properly is to appreciate you, the giver. So to live my life appreciately, to live my life properly is to appreciate the giver, the life giver. So that's with the Devahitam here. They have given a valuable gift. Ishvara has given me a valuable gift. My using it properly is to please the God, to please the Ishvara. That is the Devahitam. Do things which are meaningful, do things which contribute to the abiding welfare, lasting happiness, right? That is the Devahitam Yadayaku Vyashema. May we not squander our time, our energies, our lives. Very beautiful. May we use our time, use our energy, our combined energies also in a very helpful way, in a productive way, meaningful way. This is one part of the prayer. The other part of the prayer, Swasti Naha Indraha. Naha, towards us, for us. Indraha, the Lord. Swasti, may Indra be auspicious towards us. May Indra be graceful towards us. May Indra bless us. Indra, who is Vriddha Shravaha. Shravas means fame. Vriddha means great. Great fame. Vriddha Shravaha. Vriddham Shravaha Yasya. Vriddha Shravaha. Of great fame, well known ityartha. Greatly valued, greatly famous, Vriddha Shravaha, the glorious Indra, the glorious, may Indra bless us, Swasti Naha. Indra gives strength, right? Strength for the limbs Indra gives. With our strength we accomplish a lot of things. With that body strength and mental strength we accomplish a lot of things we do. So may Indra make us strong too, so that we can accomplish what is to be accomplished. Swastinaha Indraha Vritashravaha. Okay. Swastinaha Pusha. Pushan Devata, one who nourishes, the nourisher. Pushnati nourishes. Push to nourish. We say no pushti and all. Pushti means nourishment. Pusha is a nourisher. Pushnati iti Pusha, the nourisher. And who is the Pusha here? The sun god. Surya Devata is the nourisher. In the Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, we chant every day, no? Gama Visyacha Bhutani Dharayamyaha Mojasa Pushnami Chaushadi Sarvaha Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha. Pushnami, I nourish. As the Soma, as the moon god, as the essence of all life, I nourish all. Oshadihi, I nourish all the plants. So here the Pusha is the nourisher, the sun god here referred to. May the Pusha, the sun god, the nourisher, Swasti, Naha Swasti, may the sun god be gracious unto us, bless us. Show to us what is auspicious and make us create some interestness, create some environment so that we find interest in what needs to be done, enjoy what we need to do, enjoy what we do. Pusha Naha Swasti. Pusha who is Vishva Vedaha. Vishva means all, Vedaha the knower, all knowing, omniscient. May Pusha, the illuminer of everything, Vishva Vedaha, omniscient. May Pusha be Swasti to us. May Pusha bless us. Continuing. Swasti Naha Tarkshyah. Here we usually take Tarkshya as Garuda, the king of birds. A bird, normally, when it flies, when we walk on the ground, we may come across a lot of ups and downs, obstacles are there on the ground. But in flight, very few. Of course, there may be obstacles also, but in flight, free flight. It's a free flight. When you look at eagles, eagles fly at great height and then there is no obstacle. And they fly gracefully. It's a nice sight to watch the eagles glide in the winds, in the height and in the winds. It's great. Without batting, without flapping their wings, they can fly for a long time. It's a wonder. Of course, there is air current, there is wind current is there. They sense the current and then use the current and keep flying. But then without flapping the wings. What would happen if somebody something doesn't flap, then you should fall down. But a bird, Garuda, the eagle, is able to manage to fly. Not only simple, even a big size eagle also, can fly for a long time, glide gracefully. No obstacles, no hindrance. Graceful flight. This is Garuda here. Tarkshyah. And here the bird of kings, the king of the birds, Garuda, is of graceful flight, no obstruction. And he is Arishta Nemi. Nemi, the wheel, the cut, the chakra which cuts Arishta, the one who cuts asunder the Arishta, difficulties, what is a Pratibandhaka, the obstacles. Arishta Nemi, one who cuts away all the Arishtas, difficulties, obstacles. Incidentally, Garuda, Tarkshya is presented as the Vahana, the vehicle for Vishnu, for Mahavishnu, for Narayana. So, a vehicle means what? When Garuda comes, sitting on it, Vishnu comes. Right? So if Vishnu wants to reach somewhere, then Garuda is there as the vehicle. And then sitting on Garuda, Vishnu reaches there. Now, who is Mahavishnu? Who is Narayana? Atma. Atma is the Narayana. And how does Atma reach me? Through words. Through the words of the Upanishad. Right? Upanishad words, it comes to me. And it should come unobstructed to me. Like Garuda, no obstruction. Right? So such a powerful word, graceful word, it goes without obstruction. The words should reach me unobstructed. That is, I should be able to understand the words without any obstruction. Within, there is not so much obstruction outside as much as there is inner obstruction. They call antaraya. That which comes in between the word and my understanding of the word, between the teaching and my grasping the teaching, that comes in between, antaraya, pratibandha. So most of it is internal. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, all these are all enemies within which put blocks, right? It happens to us, no? It is very common. We can see it commonly that something is going on, someone is talking, saying something, and this fellow just switches off, right? Happens. Just switch off. Means nothing goes in. Doesn't receive anything more, right? Switch off. Change a channel. Look for the rat, right? Things happen. Antaraya it is. Lack of attention, lack of interest, these are all antarayas. So, if that is there, then the listener, the learner, I lose. No? At least for the time being, I lose that. I miss it out. May it not happen. May Garuda, who is Arishtanemi, may be Swasti, meaning may we learn effectively, may we understand meaningfully, correctly, fully. Then, Swasti Naha, to us, Swasti Naha, Brihaspatihi. Brihaspatihi, the great Lord, who is the Lord of speech. Vachaspati, Brihaspati also is called Vachaspati. Vak, the speech. Pati, the Lord of speech, the Lord of words. Vachaspatihi, Deva Guru, Brihaspati, the Lord of all Devas. The teacher, the preceptor of Devas, Deva Guru, Brihaspati. Also, Brihaspati is the presiding deity for the intelligence, for Buddhi, Buddhi Pradata. Buddhi Bhutam Trilokesham Tannamami Brihaspati, we say. Buddhi Bhutam, who is in the form of my intelligence. Brihaspati is in the form of my own intelligence. Let it be sharp enough. No? If it is not sharp, let it become sharp. May do something what is to be done so that it becomes sharp. Brihaspatihi Swasti Dadatu. Dadatu blesses with. Brihaspati blesses with speech and intelligence. Then Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May there be freedom from the suffering caused by Adhyatma, Adibhuta, Adidaiva elements. Here, one thing to note here, when you say Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, Adidaivika, tapas, when we say, the one who perceives this, that's the emphasis on the perceiver of this. Such and such is a tapa, is an affliction. Who says so? I, the perceiver. Right? I say so. Such and such is Adi Bhautika Tapa. So and so bugs me. So and so causes disturbance to me. Who says so? I am the one who says so. I am the one who takes myself to be subject to affliction. And Adi Daivika, oh it's raining, oh it is hot and all that. Too cold. Who says so? I say so. So, here Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, they are tapas from the perception of the perceiver, the seer's perception. How I take Adibhuta, Adidaiva, Adibhuta, Adi Adhyatma. Do I see it as an hindrance, as a bother, as an obstacle? Then it is a tapa. Therefore, the tapa has more to do with one's perception of Adibhuta, Adidaiva and Adhyatma. Okay? Right? Therefore, the perception of the perceiver, the seer is important. That element should not be overlooked here. Right? I see someone as causing trouble. I perceive something as disturbing. That is, I see so. Right? Therefore, the tapas with reference to the seer. The seer is the central point here. Not Adhyatma, Adibhuta, Adidaiva, but the perceiver of Adhyatma, Adibhuta, Adidaiva is important. Do you understand? The focus is on the perceiver here. One who looks at Adhyatma as helpful or a hindrance. Adibhuta as a bother or as a blessing. Right? Similarly, Adidaiva also. So when we say Shanti, 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 may I invoke that perceiver in me who will see Adhyatma, Adibhuta, Adidaiva as Swasti, as Bhadram, as auspicious, as the harbinger, as the one who brings in peace and learning is done. Right? They say, Ya matihi sa gatihi. They say, Ya matihi sa gatihi. As is my mind, so is what I make out of things. As I look at things, so I make out of things. So, let me see Adhyatma, Adibhuta, Adidaiva in such a way that they are conducive, they bring in Shanti and not Ashanti. Not a Vigna, but then bringing in, nourishing me. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We don't put the blame on the other. Oh, this is Adibhuta, this is bothering me. This is Adhyatma, this is bothering me. This is Adidaiva, this is bothering me. Put the blame on something other than me. Right? Easy way to escape. But then that doesn't solve the problems here. Therefore, let me see in myself the one who utilizes Adhyatma, Adibhuta, Adidaiva elements in the most helpful way, in the most positive way. Right? Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We'll say this prayer and conclude. Om Bhadram Karne Vishrudhyama Deva Bhadram Pashe Makshavirvyajatra Sthirairangai Stushavagunsastanubihi Yashema Deva Hitam Yadayu Swastina Indro Vruddhashrava Swastina Puksha Vishvaveda Swastina Staksho Parishtademi Swastino Brihaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo